Hello, my name is EmmaVoysey. I'm a health coach, and what I'm going to show you how to do today is make kombucha. And kombucha, if you like it and you buy it in the shop, you'll know it's quite expensive. This bottle was €5 or €6. But all you need to make it at home is black tea. This is black tea bags, sugar, which is fermented out during the fermentation process so that you're not eating a very high carb drink. And a SCOBY, and these are, if you can see these here, these are SCOBYs. SCOBY is the jelly-like starter that is going to sit on top of your jar of black tea and sugar and ferment it into delicious kombucha, which is really good for your gut. So here's some tea that I made earlier. And it has to be cool. You don't want to be putting that SCOBY, which is a living bacteria. You don't want that to be going into a jar that's too hot because it will kill it. So if you look after your SCOBY, you should be able to make hundreds of batches out of it, because what happens is it gets thicker and thicker as it ferments each subsequent batch you make. I'm just going to show you with this one that I made a couple of weeks ago. This is the SCOBY sitting on the top, and you can see that one's really quite thick now. Some people are utterly disgusted by these, and because they make new ones all the time, the mother SCOBY makes young SCOBYs. Here we go, look. Peel that one off, and that is now a fresh new one to make your next batch. Or you can use this one as well. You can use them as long as you ferment it right and you follow these instructions. It will continue to serve you well for years and years. So once you buy the first one, you can buy them from Amazon or eBay or local sellers. You might find them on Facebook Marketplace, or get one from a friend who makes kombucha themselves. And that's all you have to do. So you take your tea, which is you've dissolved your sugar into. For this 1.5 litre jar, I used just under half a cup or a couple of ounces, about 50 grams of sugar. I'm not going to put the lid on that. I'm going to put a piece of cloth, secure it with an elastic band, and leave it on the side in my kitchen, which is about 20 degrees, for between a week and a month. And I just taste it every so often, and when it just tastes right, when it tastes how I like it, that's the point where you can either drink it or you can second ferment it. So we'll put that one to the side for a minute. And here are some that I've already second fermented. So this one is strawberry flavoured. I squashed some strawberries and put some honey in that one. These have been fermenting for another week or two. When you take the lid off, there's a slight hiss, which is they get fizzy on the second fermentation. This one has got blueberries in it and honey. And again, you can put the honey in the second fermentation, but you have to make it with sugar for the first fermentation, simply because honey can have bacteria in it that you don't want to be fermenting. So to do a second fermentation, you take your kombucha that you've already fermented. I've tasted it, I like the flavour of it, I feel like it's been done enough. I take the big SCOBY out of it, and the baby SCOBY, there's another one there. And into that I'm going to put, into this one I'm going to put strawberry, just frozen strawberries I squashed up, strawberry and blueberry, and just for a little bit of sweetness. But again, remember, it's going to further ferment, so the sweetness is fermented out, the sugar is fermented out, so it doesn't mean that it's actually a very low sugar drink. Give that one a quick stir. I used elderflower cordial for that one, to give it an elderflower fruity flavour to add to the fruit that's already in there. And that one then goes back on the counter in a dark corner of the kitchen, and I will taste that after a week, see if I like the flavour. if I feel it's got further to go, it hasn't got fizzy enough. I'm going to put a lid on that one as well, which I'll put that to one side. And this one, which is the, this one, I'm going to flavour it with ginger, chopped up root ginger, just slices of it. Ginger goes really well into kombucha, and a little bit of maple syrup for the sweetness in that one. Maple syrup has a lower glycemic index than sugar, but again, the fermentation process takes the sugar out of it. When you're second fermenting, you actually need to put a lid on it and seal it, and then every few days, leave a bit of a gap at the top. Every few days, take the lid off and let the bubbles come out, and then put it back on again, and that will get fizzy. The second fermentation is about, like I said, a week to 10 days. You can leave it for longer. Just do it to taste. When it tastes how you like it, then it's ready to drink, and you just pop it in the fridge, and you can keep it in the fridge for months at a time. It doesn't come to any harm in there. Let's put the lid on that one. So any questions, just pop them in the comments. This is the other jar of, once again, this is the slightly warm, no more than blood temperature, and this one is going to be first fermented. I'm going to use that fresh new SCOBY that just came off the other one. SCOBY stands for a symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. Sorry, that one needs to be just covered, not sealed. So you just cover them for the first fermentation and you seal them for the second. And that is all there is to it. Any questions, like I said, just ask, and please like and subscribe, because I will be posting lots more useful videos to show you how to make things at home that perhaps you don't know about, and save yourself a lot of money in the process. Thanks for watching.